Shout out Armando FM. Shout out Alex, bruv. You get me? That's his channel. Go over there and subscribe. Say. Alright, cool. Custom tactic number 1. The Benjamin Mendy, bruv. You can fuck some shit up with this. Hence why I've called it the Ben Mendy. You get me? It deserves that name. Man's probably going to beat the case. I would have used a cautious mentality, but that guy, he wasn't really cautious. I had to be positive, bruv. You get me? So, very big disclaimer, yeah? When I do these custom tactic videos, know the fact that they're not proven. Know the fact that I am not Vujovic, yeah? Even though tactics are different and you can always win something with a certain tactic, just know that this isn't proven and nothing has been won yet with this tactic, innit? You get me? That's the disclaimer. But it doesn't mean that you will never win a it doesn't mean you will never win anything with this tactic though. You get me? Because I think it's a really good tactic and I'm going to explain it right now before we get into it. So, see now, you're looking at the shape, you're probably wondering, why has he got a 4-1-2-1-2 or a 4-2-4 diamond? It is actually meant to be in the shape of a... You get me? But, listen, starting off in goal, we've got a goalkeeper defend. You don't need a massive goalkeeper, sweeper, keeper attack. You don't need none of that with this tactic, yeah? You just need someone that can roll the ball out to these guys. Whatever tactic I use, I will always have one no nonsense and one ball playing because I always need that balance, yeah? And also, back to the mentality, I will never use anything in that region there, ever. Anything cautious, anything defensive, anything very defensive, because you are literally bending over if you're doing that. I'm not going to lie, and no one wants to flipping bend over, bruv. Man wants to assert the dominance, bruv. So I'll be positive. I'll either be attacking or positive. Very attacking on a rare thing, but yeah, two attacking fullbacks, yeah, because as you can see, there's no width. Preferably for the player personnel, you would want people that could play as a winger. For example, Cancelo's got the stats of a winger. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, in that midfield, yeah, I've got a ball in the midfield and not a deep line playmaker because his sole purpose is to win the ball and recycle in that midfield, yeah. Both of the midfielders are on attack because you want them to, because it is in transition as well, you want them to quickly get the ball to either your two strikers or your cam who will create chances for them as well. So that's the quick little rundown, bruv. It is semi-counter attack, but not really, because you want to assert dominance in it. So yeah. Alright, so your defensive line is going to be standard, yeah? And the reason why is because I don't want to have too much of a high line, people getting in behind, and I don't want too much of a low line, giving too much of the ball away. I want balance just right. You get me? Just right, bruv. And the higher line of engagement, the reason why it's not higher, so there's not a big gap in the midfield, because it's a narrow formation, you'll notice that gap a lot more. So yeah, that's why I've gone with just higher, not much higher. I forgot to mention that the width will be standard as well. Alright, so the reason why in transition I've gone with counter press and counter when possession has been lost, counter press when possession has been won, counter. The reason why is because the roles state that I've got 3 people on defend, yeah? And the reason why I don't mind these 3 being on defend and I'm having 2 people on attack is because when I'm asking my attacking fullbacks to defend, I always trigger the press to the least so that they don't just rush in. So they're staying and waiting for the perfect time to tackle the ball. So instead of having 3 men behind the ball, you're going to end up having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 man behind the ball. You get me? You will have a solid defensive line anyway, which is why it made sense for you to counter press. You get me? It makes sense rather than regrouping. You have everyone behind the ball. It takes longer to build up, bruv. You might as well win it back higher. You get me? Win it back higher, bruv. But yeah, when you have the ball, no need to hold the shape, bruv. I ain't wasting no time here. Man just needs to counter and immediately get up in that goal, bruv. You get me? And yeah, rolling it out from the back just means that we're retaining the ball. Like, you have more of a chance of losing the ball if you take long kicks in it, if you get what I'm saying. So you might just roll it out to the fullbacks or the centre backs, say. Alright, so I do like high tempo football. It can be extremely high if you want it to, but I just chose higher because man is trying to unsettle that opposition with that intensity, yeah. But shorter passing always, bruv. Always shorter passing. Playing out from the defense, yeah, and focusing the ball through the middle because that is, you know, the area that we're dominant in because we've got more players in there, innit? So you might as well focus it in there. I don't care about the crossing. We've got 2 wide players. It doesn't really matter. And working the ball into the box because you have got a lot of people kind of congested, so you want them to gel with each other And I would do a lot of interchanging as well. Like I'll make my strikers play cam, my strikers play, my other striker play cam, just make everyone switch. That's what I would do. And probably make my cams play centre mids. I'll do a mad fluid thing. I'm not gonna lie. I know it says structured here, but I would do fluid, bruv. Like I'll make it a bit more fluid still. In terms of the teams that I would recommend you play this tactic with, right now, what I've realized through my years of playing this game, yeah, is the fact that as long as you find one broken tactic, you're good no matter what team you have. Like, I don't think you having a better team will determine how good a tactic should be in it. It will only determine how shit a tactic is, because if a tactic is shit and you have better players, it means your players are carrying your tactic. Whereas if you have a good tactic, you have good players, or you have shit players, the tactic will carry your players. I'll prefer the second option. You get me? Always. Well, there's a free kick to this Norwich City team. You can see the team's formation. Not too high, not too low, bruv. Standard and that. This is what's going to happen. So, as you could see in that little pattern of play, everyone is close to each other in that midfield, bruv. You will get a lot of these long balls in behind. You might not have the quality of someone like Mbappe to finish off the chances, but as long as you've got someone with pace, that guy's a deep lying forward. But as you can see, the formation looks like that on the pitch, yeah? Look at how wide your wing backs are. That's how they're meant to be, because they're the only people in the whole team that are providing width, bruv. Everyone else in the tight little congested areas, you need people that are composed and that can dribble, because you can see that everyone's got a man on them. If you haven't got good movement, and if you can't dribble, and if you're not composed, you will lose the ball immediately, because your man will just take it off you. But because everyone's going to be close to each other, you can just pop the ball around to each other, as I've shown, you get me? So let's just see what happens in this little build-up. Man just boots the ball to Mbappe, bro. What's he doing? Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Alright, we're gonna do this again, cool. As you can see, look at the pattern of play. Look at the football. In the congested areas, man can't get the ball, bruv. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to say. You long ball it to one of your strikers that have got pace, yeah? You see how Calafiori is the one that's wide as well. Ruben Diaz, Cancelo. Look, bruv. This is what I'm trying to say, yeah? I'm a tactician, and I need to start letting you man know, like, listen, man really is a tactician, bruv. Like, yeah, it's not a joke. I'm not gonna lie, it's not a joke, bruv. It's not a joke still. Yeah, man. Hey, bruv, we might have one more. You can see the formation in full effect once again, bruv. And let's just see what happens with that. You can see everyone's getting involved. But even if we're losing the ball, this is what happens. When we lose it, we recycle it. It just happens the same thing again. Through the middle of the park, bruv. Okay. That was fake. Okay, you might not get that every single time. That is Haaland, innit? You can understand he's fake, bruv. And he has no right to score that. How did he score that, bruv? Yeah, you see, that's the deep line forward Mbappe. I don't know how Haaland scores that. He evades a slide tackle. But yeah, that is, I admit, an individual brilliance goal. But you can see that there is team goals in there as well. Yeah, safe. But yeah, you will definitely fuck some shit up with this tactic, bruv. That is the Benjamin Mendy custom tactic, yeah. And yeah, if you like the custom tactic videos, I'll definitely do more of them. So yeah, just let me know. Subscribe to the content you expect from me. Oh yeah. Who was it that told me? Someone told me to do face packs, add face packs to my video. Who was it again? It was Donald Duck, bruv. Shout out Donald Duck. Yeah, I haven't forgotten, trust me. I'll probably say it for FM23, not gonna lie. I'll save the face packs for Football Manager 2023. Yeah? Cool. Anyway, if you like the video, subscribe to the content you expect me, and I'll see you in my next episode, bruv. See ya.